Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Advancement Center, and welcome to the magnificent world of magic and miracles and the industry of magic and miracles. On this beautiful spring day in Santa Barbara, I welcome you and thank you for joining me as I transmit my vision for humanity through the support of the Advancement Center and the support of you who tune in whenever you are able to support us all and support yourself as we continue to change the world. It is always an honor to sit before you and to feel you wherever you are in all parts of the world, and to know that even in the space that's created by the distance, our fields still come in contact with one another. And it's a beautiful feeling to feel your field, to feel your essence, to feel your beauty, and to feel your support for us here and your support for all humanity. It's always an honor to sit in this chair and support both Barbara and Genya as they broadcast days prior to me or days following me. I thought about their broadcasts and I thought about my own and how we're uniquely different. But the main part that I want to convey is the marvel of their transmission. It's beyond words, even though there's a message that's being delivered, not unlike what's happening right now. You're taken to a place that's singularly for you through the transmission. And it's a marvel to watch it in person. And I know you feel it wherever you are. And each of you are broadcasting, as I've spoken before. But sometimes the broadcast is clear. The transmission is clear. Many of you are speakers and communicate to others in a similar format that we're having here. And all of you, in some form or another, have a broadcast every day. It's just not set at a specific time or a specific place. And there may not be computers that you're looking into to speak. But you have a moment when you transmit directly from your origin, from behind your eyes. And it may be a single word, it may be a book, but you're transmitting a purity, and what's received is your love and your caring for everyone. And the feeling is beyond words. And what I wanted to convey today is that that transmission and that broadcast never stops. It's happening all the time, even when you sleep. There may not be a direct connection with others at that point, but it's still happening. And it's very clearly happening while you're in your awakened state. And so many times there's a difference between this moment or that moment when you're clearly speaking from your origin, and then when you step out of that space and you're not. And what's coming is that that separation will end, and you will always speak from your origin. And you will recognize that you're always broadcasting, not just when you're speaking with someone in a format like this, or you run into someone at the store, a stranger, and you start to speak the majestic magnificence of your vision, or you just smile, and all of that comes through. And when that moment's over, you now must remember that that moment is never over. It just moves to the next moment, and you're still broadcasting. And because of our power, your broadcast is immense, and the effect is immense. And it can be an effect in either direction. So now there's nothing to do, because in acknowledging or supporting each of us in your awareness of your broadcast 24 hours a day, you now will operate in that world. I liken it to, we came to this planet, we chose to come here, and in the meeting before we left, we could see it all. And when we entered, there was a coat waiting for us that was draped over us. And that coat was the coat of forgetfulness. the coat of illusion. And now our mission became more challenging because here we are sent to help illuminate the illusion. And we're wearing a coat that keeps us in the illusion. And many of those things that are a part of the coat, like judgment and anger, are clear to see. But there's subtle pieces of the coat, a piece of lint in the coat pocket, the button. They aren't so easily seen. And so there have been a few along the way who came in and the coat could not be put on them. And because they don't have a coat, they can see your coat. And they can see the lint in your pocket. And that's a good thing. Because that's how the coat is removed. Once it's seen, it has to leave. And many of those who came who didn't have to wear a coat, they had to give their life because they knew the true beauty of you. And they knew in the simple words that it is you. It is you. It has always been you. And in saying, greater than these things, you'll do. But they saw the coat. And they see the coat. And we're grateful that there are those who see the coat. And they gently ask you to lift one arm and then the other as they slide the coat off of your body. And you feel the lightness and you start to remember because you never really had a coat. And you immediately return to the majesty of your being. And you begin to help others remove their coat. But until that's clear, it's difficult. And so it's not a matter of, will the coat be taken off? It's just a matter of when. And as the new energies continue to come on the planet, the light that's produced makes the coat clearly stand out as something that's not you. And there are many changes coming on the planet, and many will, in the physical, are on the precipice of experiencing changes in their financial situation for the better. But even as that happens, none of us can rest until all are in that position and free. And I think of our friend Tim Partenfelder, who's an associate here at the Advancement Center, and how he's held the energy of all that is coming to correct the financial imbalance. And you'll hear terms like Jacera and Nasera and alliance. These are things that are happening in the background, and they have to do with economic justice for every person on the planet, that our value will be recognized, not diminished, not usurped. For in us is the power to light up a city, and that has been used. Yet it can never be taken. So many changes are coming, and many things are working in the background. Everyone is playing their part wherever they are. And those of you who are here or who tune in to our broadcast, it's because you've been drawn here, as I was. And some of you are drawn to other places, and that's okay. To know that we're being looked after, to know that when you walk out your door and get in your car and drive and pull up at a stoplight, and the license plate in front of you is 777 or 1111, the power, the love, the concern that it takes to get that message to you, to let you know that we're watching you, that we honor you, that we're grateful for you, for everything you do. And that magic and those miracles will become clearer and clearer, and you will easily speak to those beings who are delivering those messages, and you'll have a laugh with them and fun with them. But all this is happening in the background, on layer upon layer upon layer. And we are part of each layer. We are the observer, and we are the ones taking action. And here at the Advancement Center, through these broadcasts, we're doing both, always. And in broadcasting, we're placing the energy into the fields and bringing our vision to humanity, one word at a time. Your original balance. It's difficult here. It seems right from the start to find the original balance between your head and your heart. From your origin, you bring perfection, no reaction in you. It is here you must remember that there's nothing you need to do. For when the circumstances appear, the ones that trigger you, they come with a mirror so that you may know the truth. That this is not the you that you know deep down inside. Then that energy will leave your field, no longer able to hide. For once it is seen, it knows it cannot stay. You're now standing in your perfection, where love and harmony lead the way. As we move into the newness, moving forward in lockstep, no longer looking backwards to our old stories that keep us trapped. There's a freshness in the air, makes you go outside and play. You're returning to your childhood freedom, where you did not remember yesterday. It was there you had full balance, not too much of just one thing. It was there you danced and played, and your music made you sing. Now you will ride the wave of circumstance. A new destination may await you. The world of magic and miracles. Like that child, everything is new. You will smile that knowing smile, your belly filled with so much laughter, a twinkle in your eye as you wait for what comes after. For the old is retreating, like the wave seen at low tide, and the new will fill the empty spaces with the you that lives inside. The day of the new morning. The sunflowers turn and face the light, and so do the rocks, the trees, the grass, the mountains, and you. And now a new light approaches, bright, full of colors never seen, full of vibrations never felt, and full of frequencies never heard. Everything is watching for this new light to arrive, the day of the new morning. New mountains will rise, ancient cities will come forward as they lift up to meet the new light. Every shadow cast on the face of the earth will be removed. This light can be felt, and this light can be heard in the harmony of the frequencies that vibrate the true love of the Creator. Each one of us has known of the coming of this light. That knowing was placed inside of us from the source of all that is. And each one will be made new as the light washes over everything and everyone. The transformation that we have all known about is now upon us. and no one will be able to resist this love. And in the twinkling of an eye, all will be made new. It seems as though this is too big of a project to complete. 8 billion people, animals, and all nature being returned to their original nature. But even as we are uniquely individual, we are also a part of the whole. So the light just has to wash over one, to wash over all. And you are the one. It will start with you. There is no way to know how this will look because it is new and it has never been seen before. But know that you will be a leader in this new world and in the transition from the old. In the industry of magic and miracles, there will be companies bringing in free energy. There will be companies presenting new healing technologies, and there will be galactic technologies that change the way we travel. All hearts will turn to caring for their fellow man, which is our true nature. No longer will greed be the engine that drives humanity, for we will lack nothing and freely give and receive as it is needed. What kind of light could do this for all humankind? You know the answer because that light is in you. And when it pours onto the planet, it will resonate with the same light that has always been in you. A light that has been suppressed, covered over, stolen, and tried to be killed. So much so that you begin to believe that the light originated from outside of you. Thinking this, you would continue to seek something that you already have. A great deception that worked for a while but could never be sustained because the light in you could never be killed. And like Jesus, many were sent to say in their own way, Lazarus, come forth. And the light came forth. And he rose from the dead and he walked out of the tomb. And that light spreads to another, then another, and then another, until there is only light, flowing like a mighty river, engulfing all darkness in its path. You are that light, and you are that river, and you will merge with the light that is washing over the planet, and your heart will be filled with the satisfaction of completeness. For this is why you came. Let the tears of joy flow down your face and raise a glass to toast one another, for the light of all that is has been released, and it will take its rightful place in the hearts of all life. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life. And we are feeling good. So now we step in the halls of the throne room. Where the masters raise a glass to us, and where our coat does not exist. And we smile and we laugh and we hug and we kiss and we hear well done. Well done. And it's from that place that I wish you a perfect life, perfect health, and a magic future. Thank you.